Hello everyone and welcome to Career Launcher. So in today's class, we are going to discuss a very important topic that has been in the news in the last 1 week, and that is about Saudi-Pakistan Defense Pact. So I'm sure you must have come across editorials and many other things which were talking about this defense pact. So and that's why I realized that this topic becomes important. So what are the implications? What does it mean? What are the implications and how should India perceive this defense pact? We'll be discussing it. Plus, we'll be discussing things around it from the exam point of view, right? So I think I'm audible, visible, everything is fine. If yes, then please write yes in the comments. मेरी आवाज आ रही है? सब कुछ ठीक है आवाज? Yes, you're audible. Okay, fine. Good afternoon. Yes. Shall we begin? है ना? Okay, fine. So first of all, let us begin with the first question. So I'll keep on asking you actually questions also, and with the help of that, along with the theory, we will discuss. What is the name of the defense agreement or a defense pact, whatever you can say, signed between Pakistan and Saudi Arab recently? Your options are MEDA, SMDA, MECA, CISMOS. What is the right answer to this question? Yes, many people are answering option B. So please tell me what is the full form of this? इसका full form क्या है? Very good, Krishi Sachdeva, you're right, huh? Strategic Mutual Defense Agreement. And please tell me, इसका नाम आपने सुना है किसी ने? Have you heard about SISMOA? हाँ. So here the answer is option B. What is SISMOA? Last वाला कोई बता सकता है? Have you ever heard? Yes, Krishi Sachdeva, very good. So basically, between India and US, there are 4 very famous defense pacts, है ना? BECA, SISMOA, one is COMCASA, and 2016-17 next one was LEMOA. ठीक है, कभी मौका मिलेगा. If you get a chance, please read that. Now, BECA, Basic Exchange Cooperation Agreement, कुछ है, SISMOA, COMCASA, and LEMOA, Logistics Exchange Memorandum of Understanding करे कुछ था. So these 4 are actually related with India-US relations. हाँ, communication, information related भी. Good. तो थोड़ा सा इसको ना 1-2 लाइन पढ़िएगा, ठीक है? Please read that because maybe they can ask. तो ऐसे भी ये सब चीजें पूछी जाती है, तो हो सकता है पूछ लें. Okay. Okay, so let's move on. So the answer was option B. Let's move on to the next question. The next question says the Strategic Mutual Defense Agreement, SMDA, between Pakistan and Saudi Arab was signed in Islamabad, Riyadh, Jeddah, Vienna. What is the right answer? Yes, the right answer is option B, Riyadh, the capital of Saudi Arabia. ठीक है, वियना तो ऑस्ट्रिया, मैंने ऑस्ट्रिया की कैपिटल है, एंड जद्दा इज अ पोर्ट सिटी. अच्छा, जद्दा इज अ पोर्ट सिटी ऑन विच वाटर बॉडी? ये बता सकते हो? वेरी फेमस पोर्ट सिटी ऑफ यूएसए विद ऑफ सऊदी अरब. So yes, 17 September को this was signed in Al Yama Palace, so Riyadh actually, between Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and Crown Prince of Saudi Arab, Mohammed bin Salman. So we will see his name coming in this article. MBS short में लिखा आता है. Okay. So whenever we talk about MBS, you should understand that we are talking about Crown Prince of Saudi Arab. MBS. Red Sea. Very good. So here is India. This is Riyadh, the capital of Saudi Arab, where the meeting happened. And this is Jeddah. And this is Red Sea. Okay. So Jeddah is actually a very important port city. Okay. So B is the right answer. Let's move on to the next one. Now, please read the question and answer me. आप सवाल पढ़िए और आंसर कीजिए. The strategic mutual defense agreement between Pakistan and Saudi Arabia was signed just after which of the following incident? और कोई थोड़ा सा और एक्सप्लेन कर देगा, I'll be very happy to know. एक खास इवेंट हुआ, उसके बाद ये इस चीज को इनिशिएट किया गया फास्ट. ऑल्दो इट इज सेड कि देयर आर डिफरेंट आर्टिकल्स व्हिच वे सेइंग कि दे वर टॉकिंग behind the doors or closed doors for many weeks or many days, but this actually got initiated faster after an attack on Qatar. By whom? किसने अटैक किया था, क्या हुआ क्या था, what happened, what is the context? Yes, Garian and Chandalika. So attack on Qatar by Israel. Doha is the capital. Yes, so B is the right answer. Now, so Israel actually attacked Qatar, and the capital is Doha. Okay. And can you please tell me, in Qatar there is a US military base also. US का भी है, Turkey का भी है. Turkey's military base is also there. US military base is also there. What is the name of the US military base? And it was also in the news for some reason. In USA, in Qatar, there is a US military base. What is that called? उसका नाम क्या है बताइए? I'm expecting you to answer because I have taught it. उस पर अटैक हुआ था. It was attacked by Iran. Al Udeid Air Base. Al Udeid Air Base. And why Iran attacked? Like, what is the name of the operation under which it attacked, and what was the reason? Bashar al-Fatah. Very good. Fantastic. Krishi Sachdeva. In response to Operation Midnight Hammer. I'm very happy. I want this type of answer, which is given by Krishi Sachdeva. So actually what happened was, a few months back also we had seen Iran attacking this Al Udeid Air Base because USA had bombed Iran under Operation Midnight Hammer. Very good. They had bombed the 3 nuclear sites, Isfahan, Fordo, और एक और कौन सा साइट था, Natanz, under Operation Midnight Hammer. So in response to that, Iran attacked the Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar. And what was the name of the operation? Operation Bashar al-Fatah. Very good. Bashar al-Fatah, which in English means Operation Glad Tidings of Victory. Fatah मतलब होता है victory, है ना? Operation Glad Tidings of Victory. है ना? Very good. So I'm very happy that you all are answering. Okay. Now, खैर ये सब हुआ. उसके बाद क्या है? अभी recently, वो तो कुछ महीने पहले की बात है. Recently we have seen Israel attacking Qatar, right? And why they attacked? Because they wanted to kill the Hamas leaders, but I think they were not. They still remained alive. Israel carries out attack in Qatar targeting Hamas leader, and Hamas says leaders survived Israel's attack on Qatar's Doha. So that is what it was in the news. Okay, now so that is what you should be knowing. तो थोड़ा सा ये वाला जो region है ये आपको एकदम अच्छे से पता होना चाहिए, and I hope that you all should be knowing it because we have seen previous year questions on this in this region. ठीक है? So I'm asking some questions. देखो ये कतर है ना? यहाँ पे बहराइन है छोटा सा, ये कुवैत है, ये इराक का बॉर्डर है, ये ईरान है. ठीक है? Now please tell me what is the name of this strait. I'm expecting everyone to answer. Persian Gulf is now called as Arabian Gulf because Donald Trump has said. This is Gulf of Oman. यहाँ पर है अरबियन सी. ये वाला एकदम मैप याद होना चाहिए प्लीज. Yes, Krishi Sachdeva. Why only one person is answering? Yes, now we are. Now I'm getting the answer. Very good. Chandalekha, Niharika, Anjum, you are right. हाँ, Strait of Hormuz, very important. ठीक है. एक क्वेश्चन आया था. CLAT asked the question 2-3 years back, and it talk about this port. ये कौन सा port? I'm writing X, which is actually in Gulf of Oman. This is what they said. One of its terminal, Shahid Beheshti terminal is made by India. Chabahar port, and so they talked about Gulf of Oman, etc. Chabahar port, etc. उससे रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन था. फिर एक और यहाँ पर एक है, आई थिंक यहाँ पे समवेयर है, बंदर अब्बास. ये भी बहुत फेमस पोर्ट है, बंदर अब्बास. जस्ट हैव एन आइडिया. And this region is called as Gulf countries. इसको कहते हैं Gulf countries. And these are actually, this region is famous for oil and natural gas. Okay, this is what you should be knowing. So you will not find Saudi Arab में west coast में इतना पेट्रोल नेचुरल गैस नहीं, यहाँ पर है. ठीक है. So those who are working in oil companies in Saudi Arab, I'm sure you must have heard, यहाँ पे एक बहुत famous city है दमाम. So they all are working in this region, है ना. ईस्टर्न सऊदी में, ये कुवैत हो गया. एंड आई एम श्योर यू शुड बी नोइंग दैट कुवैत इज हैविंग द हाईएस्ट करेंसी, स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट करेंसी. ये को पता है? बिकॉज इट इज ऑयल रिच. लाइक वन कुवैत दिनार इज समवेयर अराउंड, आई थिंक मोर देन 200 रुपीज, 270 280 के आसपास. आप चेक कर लीजिएगा. दिस इज द स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट करेंसी ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. केडी, कुवैत दिनार, है ना. मोर देन 200, 270 280 260 कुछ होता है. चेक कर लीजिएगा. $1 1 केडी, how many rupees? You check it. ठीक है. खैर, so we're talking about this. आगे चलते हैं. Now Qatar, when Qatar was attacked by Israel, Qatar's अमीर मतलब यहाँ पर हुआ लीडर को अमीर कहते हैं, the king or whatever you can say, crown prince, ये जो भी है ना. Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani says Israel attack on Doha undermines the effort to end the Gaza genocide. That was in the news. Now, ये SMDA. So we are already done under this agreement. So basically with SMDA, so this is a defense pact. इसको टेक्निकली कहा जाएगा, देखो यहाँ पे कलेक्टिव सिक्योरिटी लिखाना है. द राइट वर्ड टू यूज इज कलेक्टिव डिफेंस. ठीक है. ओके. So this Pakistan Saudi Arab treaty is a sort of a collective defense agreement where both countries have committed to treating any act of aggression against one another as against act, both also known as collective security. मतलब ये देखो, this is what similar to what we call it as NATO. ठीक है. So we'll discuss also that. So Pakistan and Saudi Arab, they have signed an agreement, SMDA. If let's say X attacks Saudi Arab, then it is considered that both Saudi Arab and Pakistan has been attacked, and both will together attack X. Similarly, let's say a Y country attacks Pakistan, so it will be considered that both the countries have been attacked and both will together attack the Y. That is what, yes, similar to Article 5 NATO. Very good. I'm very happy that you all are answering it and you all are preparing well. So I'm very happy. ठीक है. Yes, जो NATO का Article 5 है collective defense, वो इसी तरह वर्क करता है. हाँ, तो that is what it is actually talking about, and this term is technically called as collective defense, and it was signed on 17th September, etc. Now, so basically, what are the benefits that Pakistan, the Saudi Arab will get is actually Pakistan is a nuclear weapon state. So they will get the nuclear umbrella. That is what. That okay, if somebody in future will attack Saudi Arab with nuclear weapon, then of course the Pakistan will help counter it. And of course Saudi Arab will supply Pakistan with a lot of finances also, because I'm sure you must be aware that Pakistan is suffering from economic crisis. They have taken loans from IMF, International Monetary Fund, है ना, under EFF. ये सुना है? Extended Fund Facility. These are the terms you should be knowing. So they have taken a lot of loans. Khair. So these are the things we should be knowing about. और अभी हम इसको we will discuss it further. ठीक है, इसको और आगे जानेंगे. Now, there is an article by Mr. Stanley Johnny. ये बहुत अच्छी article है. And what is the significance of Saudi-Pakistan Pact? And I'm sure you must have read it. देखो, the Saudi and Pakistan have signed a mutual agreement. And it comes days after Israel's bombing of Qatar, and amid doubts over US security guarantee to the Gulf monarchies. Why there is a doubt? Can anyone tell me? गल्फ मोनार्कीज मतलब पर्शियन गल्फ में जो किंग है. गल्फ मोनार्कीज मींस ये पर्शियन गल्फ क्या करते हैं? बहरैन है, कतर है, यूएई है, सऊदी है, कुवैत है. They all are actually in doubt when it comes to US providing security to them. Why? Yes, Krishi Sasdeva. Because yes, in Qatar there is an Al Udaid air base. This air base is of USA. Even Turkey's air base is also there. Turkey's military base. So when Israel was attacking, then there are a lot of equipments, a lot of radars which will easily catch a foreign object. Yes, and this they could have shot down the Israel plane very easily. Okay. Yes. So, but the US military did not shot down the Israel plane, and there were news that perhaps these planes were refueled by British aircrafts, etc. That was also in the news, etc. So this is actually very clear. So the Saudi Arab and other Gulf monarchies are now not 100% sure whether the USA will support if there is any attack on them. So signaling a shifting regional order with Israel's war in Gaza. The military announced इसीलिए why they have allowed that military base, US military base, because at least Qatar believes that I will be protected, at least. Okay, but in this case, it was not so. Okay, with Israel's war on Gaza, Iran backed Houthis, flexing their military power and America's retrenchment. Saudi Arabia is hedging its best and Pakistan, etc. No. अच्छा, अब आपको पता होना चाहिए, ये भी बताता हूँ. I'm sure you must be aware. Yemen कहाँ चला गया वो map? हाँ. There is a Yemen civil war is happening on the west coast. This region, there is a rebel group. What is that called? They are controlling this region. बताइए. Houthis, बहुत बार मैंने बताया है. Please read about Houthis. So recently they were attacking Israel, but yes, they are actually attacking Saudi also in the past, because Saudis have supported this region, this government of this region. मैं आपको दिखाऊंगा, I'll discuss. So Saudi Arab and Houthis have conflicting relationship. Currently they have done ceasefire, but still Saudi Arab fears that maybe Houthis can attack us. तो उनका फियर यह है कि हो सकता है हाउथीज जो हमें फ्यूचर में अटैक कर दें, तो वो उनको कोई सिक्योरिटी अम्ब्रेला चाहिए. सो दे बिलीव दैट मे बी यूएसए विल नॉट प्रोवाइड नाउ बिकॉज वी हैव सीन इजराइल अटैकिंग कतर नाउ. सो देन दे आर एक्चुअली आस्किंग फॉर पाकिस्तान्स हेल्प. ओके, यस कृषि सर देवा राइट. हाँ, हाउथीज के बारे में तो हम लोग है ना. सो टॉकिंग अबाउट दिस, ऑफिशियल टेक्स्ट रिलीज इन रियाद इस्लामाबाद डिक्लेयर्स एनी एग्रेशन अगेंस्ट आइदर कंट्री विल बी कंसीडर्ड एज एग्रेशन ऑन बोथ. वही वाली बात है. An attack on one. देखो इसमें कलेक्टिव डिफेंस लिखा है ना, ये सही है. दिस इज टेक्निकली कलेक्टिव डिफेंस लाइक नाटो, है ना. सो इसको लोग कह रहे हैं कि इस्लामिक नाटो, मुस्लिम नाटो, व्हाटएवर यू कैन से, दीस आर द टर्म्स बीइंग यूज्ड, बट दैट इज व्हाट यू शुड नो. सो पाक, सऊदी, है ना. कलेक्टिव सिक्योरिटी जो होता है ना, यूएन सिक्योरिटी काउंसिल वगैरह हो जाएगा, बट दिस टर्म, द करेक्ट टर्म टू बी यूज्ड इज कलेक्टिव डिफेंस. ओके. पाकिस्तान हैज अ स्टेशन्ड मिलिट्री इन सऊदी अरब फॉर डिकेड्स. कई सालों से सऊदी अरब में पाकिस्तान की मिलिट्री है. ओके, जैसे आप यहां देख सकते हो, पाकिस्तान आर्म फोर्सेस डिप्लॉयमेंट. सो सिंस 1970s यू कैन सी अफ्रीका, कुवैत, कतर, इवन कतर में 2022 फीफा वर्ल्ड कप पाकिस्तान मिलिट्री वाज डिप्लॉयड. देन सऊदी अरब में आप देखोगे फॉर मेनी इयर्स सिंस 1960s 70s दे आर बीइंग डिप्लॉयड. सो वहां है. ओके, तो इसकी बात हो रही. The mutual defense agreement happened, etc. Saudi Arab had reportedly provided reasons and a generous financial assistance. ये मैंने बता दिया that what is Pakistan going to get, so financial support, etc. अब देखो ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. मोहम्मद बिन सलमान, ये मैंने बताया, द क्राउन प्रिंस ऑफ सऊदी अरब. इनसे सेनेटर लिंडसे ग्राहम बात कर रहे थे, यूएस रिपब्लिकन के. सेनेटर मतलब एमपी समझ लो, मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट ऑफ यूएसए, है ना. They talked. So MBS, when MBS as the crown prince is widely known, told to Mr. Graham that Saudi Arabia planned to enrich uranium. The US senator asked whether Saudis were planning to build a bomb with uranium. तो एक बार यूएस के सेनेटर यानी यूएस के एमपी ने पूछा कि आप लोग यूरेनियम एनरिचमेंट कर रहे हो, कि आप न्यूक्लियर बॉम्ब बनाने का सोच रहे हो क्या? So the MBS said that no, I can buy it from Pakistan. So this is even before this agreement. तो क्या बोला उन्होंने? एमबीएस से पूछा यूएस सेनेटर ने कि यू ऑल आर प्लानिंग टू एनरिच यूरेनियम. नाउ अब आपको ये समझना पड़ेगा कि एनरिचिंग यूरेनियम व्हाट डज इट मीन. देखो, सो बेसिकली यूरेनियम एनरिचमेंट से ही सारा खेल होता है. एवरीथिंग इज रिलेटेड विथ यूरेनियम एनरिचमेंट, व्हिच इज एक्चुअली डन एट द न्यूक्लियर रिएक्टर, है ना. सो इनसाइड द न्यूक्लियर रिएक्टर यू विल फाइंड सेंट्रीफ्यूग्स which does this. Okay, हाँ, डुअल यूज टेक्नोलॉजी। तो इसमें दो तरह का होता है। इफ अगर 5, 7, 10% के आसपास यूरेनियम एनरिचमेंट हो रहा है, 5-10% यूरेनियम एनरिचमेंट, 3-5-10%, छोटा बहुत, लेस देन 10% कह लो, so this will be used in making nuclear energy. ठीक है, ओके, हाँ, यूरेनियम 235, राइट, हाँ। बट इफ लेट्स से 80-90% तक यूरेनियम एनरिचमेंट हो रहा है, if uranium enrichment inside the centrifuge of nuclear reactor is, let's say, 90%, then in that case nuclear bomb is made. Okay, हाँ, एक यूजफुल यूज, इसी को कहते हैं डुअल यूज टेक्नोलॉजी, बिकॉज ऑफ कोर्स it can be used for making a bomb as well as for nuclear energy. Now please tell me, there is an agency whose job is to ensure that the world should be doing uranium enrichment up to 5 to 10% and not 90%. 100% कर दिया तो न्यूक्लियर बॉम्ब बिल्कुल बन जाएगा, जब 80-90% बन जाता है। हाँ, IAEA, इंटरनेशनल एटॉमिक एनर्जी एजेंसी। बट ऑफ कोर्स when nuclear watchdog, only when a country is importing products, then only of course IAEA will be allowed to go and inspect, because that is a condition. मान लो कोई कंट्री जो यूरेनियम इंपोर्ट कर रहा है, तो फिर कंडीशन लगाया सकता है, ठीक है आप इंपोर्ट कीजिए, बट वी विल सेंड, IAEA विल सेंड ऑफिशियल्स टू चेक whether you are making nuclear energy or nuclear bomb. ठीक है, अदरवाइज अगर मान लीजिए किसी कंट्री Okay, am I audible, visible? Sorry for the disruption, I don't know what happened. Is my voice clear? चलो ठीक है। ओके, तो हम लोग कहां पर थे, कहां पर स्टॉप हुआ था? We have done about this. यूरेनियम एनरिचमेंट समझ में आ गया था? यूरेनियम एनरिचमेंट वाज क्लियर? आई थिंक वो तो वहां तक तो हो गया था ना बात। ये यस, the timing is significant. Saudi Arab said the talks with Pakistan has been going for more than a year. तो ये मैंने बताया कि there were talks that were happening backdoor, but now it has come in the news that yes, they have finally agreed for the agreement. Okay. हाँ ये headquarter भी है ना, ठीक है. हाँ, Qatar is home to Al Udeid Air Base, and still, I mean, they were not happy with the US security guarantees because still Qatar was attacked. Okay. And Saudi's calculus is having two other factors, Gaza war and Houthis. So Houthis का मैंने बता दिया, and Gaza war, you are knowing it. हाँ. Now, there's one more thing called as Abraham Accords. US brokered Abraham Accords in 2020. That is also being talked about. So I'm sure you must be aware. है ना, ये तो मैंने हाउथीज वाला बता दिया. देखो हाउथीज का थोड़ा सा बता देता हूँ. This is Yemen. The green one is Houthi controlled. Okay, and the pink one is recognized by UN, which is supported by Saudi. ठीक है, आप देख सकते हो हादी साले loyalist. But this one Houthis are ये भी मैंने बताया डिस्कस है ना. तो इसमें बता ये रहे है ना, कहां चली गई बात है ना, ये हो गया. Abraham Accords will discuss. So basically it was done between UAE and Israel, and UAE became actually again stuck. पता नहीं क्या हो रहा है. Is it stuck? ठीक है, अब फाइन. पता नहीं, लाइक समटाइम्स कुछ जिंक्स हो जाता है. खैर, सो अब्राहम अकॉर्ड पर 2020 में क्वेश्चन भी आया था. सो अब्राहम अकॉर्ड हैपेंड 2020. CLAT आस्क्ड द क्वेश्चन. ठीक है. Okay, so basically this Abraham Accord was done between UAE and Israel. Acha, please tell me which is the first Arab country to recognize Israel. ये कई बार पूछते हैं एग्जाम में, अरब कंट्री to recognize Israel, a first Muslim country. Yes, or what should be the answer? Not UAE. That is why I was asking. नहीं, Egypt है आंसर. And what is the name of that accord? ईरान रिकॉग्नाइज करेगा इसराइल को? नहीं. Yes, Anjum, you're right. Egypt. Name of the accord, very famous. (1979) Camp David Accord. ठीक है. खैर, we'll come to that. ठीक है. तो ये हो गया. we are doing this है ना. अब मैंने आपको बताया कि the tennis मतलब बहुत कमजोर है. Weak ceasefire is Saudi Arab and Houthis are currently in ceasefire, but they are not like they are arch rivals. So Saudi Arab wants some strong support, let's say from Pakistan, or strong in the sense ki nuclear support, nuclear umbrella or something like that. Okay. And the Saudis, the US and Israel have bombed Houthis repeatedly. They still remain a force in Yemen. मतलब Saudi ने भी, US ने भी, Israel ने, all three have attacked bomb Houthis, but still Houthis are existing. And they are actually having control in Sana'a region, etc. Okay. हाँ, अब देखो बात की जाए pre October 2007 October, there were plans like for example restoring, normalizing ties with Israel. Okay, so the first very prominent is Abraham Accords. Why are Houthis against Saudi? Because Saudi is supporting the other group. पता है ना, ये वाला जो पिंक वाला ग्रुप है, Saudi is supporting this group controlled by Hadi-led government. ये Hadi-led government. ठीक है. अब इसके डिटेल में नहीं जाना कि इसको क्यों सपोर्ट कर रहा है. सो इट्स अ वेरी लॉन्ग डॉन थ्योरी, तो उतना जाना नहीं. ठीक है. सो अब्राहम अकॉर्ड्स पे क्वेश्चन आया था. सो ओरिजिनली इट वाज बिटवीन Israel and UAE, then Bahrain also got added. It was mediated by USA. देखो ट्रम्प वाज देयर. Okay, ठीक है. Later on, I mean, Sudan, Morocco also got added. The first Arab country to recognize Israel was Egypt. Then second was Jordan, and then third was UAE. ठीक है. फिर बाद में बहरैन, सुदान, मोरक्को also added. है ना. मेरा countries have diplomatic relations. हाँ, ये दिखाते हैं. है ना. First is Egypt, 1979 Camp David Accord. First Arab country, है ना, or Muslim country to do so. The second was Jordan to recognize Israel, and the third was actually UAE. Okay, है ना. उसके बाद फिर बहरान भी actually became a part of the same Abraham Accord. सुदान ने भी ट्राई किया था, but actually later on it was rejected. Then Morocco also established. Morocco is a country here. Morocco यहाँ पे. So Morocco, Sudan also tried, but later on it failed. So Egypt is already there. Here is Jordan. Then UAE. These are the countries that have recognized Israel and have opened diplomatic relations. Arab countries I'm talking about. So the deal was brokered by Donald Trump, etc. These things were in the news. हाँ देखो, देख सकते हो मोरक्को 2020, इजिप्ट 1979 सबसे पहला फर्स्ट अरब कंट्री टू रिकॉग्नाइज इजराइल एंड डू अ ओपन डील, है ना. 1994 जॉर्डन, ये सेकंड अरब कंट्री था. उसके बाद यूएई थर्ड अरब कंट्री, एंड आफ्टर दैट बहरैन, मोरक्को एंड सुदान स्टार्टेड ज्वाइनिंग. बट देयर इज इशू विद सुदान, है ना, बिकॉज स्टिल देयर इज सिविल वॉर हैपनिंग. तो अभी पूरी तरह 100% नहीं कहा सकता, बट यस, दीज 5 कंट्रीज हैव ओपन डिप्लोमेटिक चैनल्स. ये सब पूछ सकते हैं एग्जाम में, दैट्स व्हाई आई एम टेलिंग यू. ओके, है ना. 1979 अनवर सादात वाज देयर एंड जिम्मी कार्टर वाज द प्रेसिडेंट एट दैट टाइम. कैंप डेविड अकॉर्ड हुआ था, दैट इज व्हाट यू शुड नो. देन 94 में जॉर्डन डिड, देन यूएई डिड, एंड ऑफ कोर्स दिस कॉल्ड एज अब्राहम अकॉर्ड. आपको पता है 15 सितंबर 2020 लिखा ना है, 27 या 28 सितंबर को क्लैट 2020 का एग्जाम हुआ था. देखिएगा जाके, आप सर्च कीजिएगा क्लैट 2020 डेट, वो 27 या 28 सितंबर एज फार एज आई कुड रिमेंबर. और ये 13 दिन के अंदर पूछ दिया था सवाल, 13 डेज के अंदर दे आस्क्ड द क्वेश्चन. समझ में आया, इतना लेट का पूछते हैं एग्जाम. एक बार 2021 में भी ऐसे हुआ था. द मिनिस्टर्स गॉट चेंज्ड हार्डली 2 weeks बैक और 10-12 days बैक, एंड दैट वाज आस्क्ड इन द एग्जाम. इसलिए मैं बता रहा हूँ. हाँ, फिर मोरक्को ज्वाइन कर लिया, मैंने बताया. सुदान हैज आल्सो ज्वाइन, बट देयर आर सम इश्यूज they have proposed, but it is yet to finalize. Okay, these are the things you should know, है ना. Trade between UAE and Israel, $2.5 billion से ज्यादा का, etc. Yes, Jimmy Carter died last year at the age of 100, right? अच्छा, एक चीज और है, since we are talking about this, ये सब countries में one country has recently done a gas deal with Israel. जो highlighted country, उसी में से कोई country, I think $35 billion or something. What is that country? Gas deal of $35 billion something. लेवियाथन कंपनी का नाम है. किसका? इजिप्ट. यस, राइट. ठीक है, ये हो गया फॉर द सऊदी डिफेंस पैक्ट, है ना. मल्टीपल फ्रंट्स न्यू दिल्ली इज इन्वेस्टेड हेवीली. हाँ, अब इंडिया के साथ क्या है? व्हाट इज इंडिया अबाउट दिस? नाउ फर्स्ट थिंग, हाँ, मैंने जी के करंट अफेयर्स पढ़ाया था. द फर्स्ट थिंग इज, ओके, नाउ in future, if there is something of friction with Pakistan, let's say something like Operation Sindoor, etc., in that case, if we actually there is some friction, then ideally the defense pact means the Saudi Arab should come and support the Pakistan against us. ऐसा कुछ हो जाएगा if it is successful, if this is implemented properly. So of course from that logic it is not a very good news for us. The second thing is we cannot worsen the relationship with Saudi Arab. India Saudi से relation खराब नहीं कर सकते हैं because there are many reasons. First is, this is the reason of oil and natural gas. And I'm sure you must be aware we import 85% of oil and natural gas. Okay. So in that case, of course, it is almost impossible to worsen the relationship. एक चीज. दूसरी चीज, a lot of Indians are staying working. Okay, NRIs, non-resident Indians are working in Saudi Arab and there are other countries also. And they are sending us back money, increasing our forex reserve, creating, like, helping us create jobs, है ना. So when they are sending money back, they are being spent in India, which is driving our GDP growth. Plus forex reserve is improving, so our balance of payment is very strong. Yes, remittances, whatever you can say. If they are being expelled, God forbid, then of course it will create unnecessary unemployment issues in our own country. Okay, ये तो कुछ few चीजें हुआ है ना. And remittance is the biggest one. Yes, you are right. And yes, from religious point of view, also a lot of Indians are actually going for the religious pilgrimage in Saudi Arabia also. And there are many more reasons, trade perspective, say, etc. and all. और उससे क्या होगा? If we worsen the relationship with Saudi Arabia, maybe it will impact the relationship with other countries. Because वो Arab ही world है ना. So UAE is we are having a very good relationship. SIPA, we have signed Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement in 2022. And UAE is the third largest trading partner of India. So agar if we worsen the relation with Saudi Arab, then maybe it will impact our relation with UAE, Oman, Kuwait. उससे भी हो सकता है खराब हो जाए because एक ही type के लोग हैं. मतलब that is what the thing is. All our Arab world. So all these countries speak the same language, more or less the same type of governments are there. So that is what the idea is. So we cannot expect we can worsen the relationship. Okay, that is what you should be knowing. But Indian policy in West Asia clearly has pro-Israel tilt, but still at the same time, we have actually, this is the reason we have actually accepted Palestine. The government has actually talked about the two-state solution in context of this, because of this. Okay, so Riyadh can have a pro-Pakistan tilt is what the Saudi seems to be conveying, etc. ठीक है, ये सब हो गया, इसमें कुछ और नहीं. हाँ, energy security we have talked. Diasporas are there. A lot of Indians are doing job there, है ना. So ये सब चीजें है ना. अब हमने आपको बताया था आर्टिकल 5, चूंकि आप लोगों ने खुद ही बता दिया कि इट वाज कंसिडर्ड, दिस पैक्ट इज कंसिडर्ड सिमिलर टू द नाटो. आर्टिकल 5 ऑफ द नाटो, राइट, वॉशिंगटन ट्रीटी, व्हाट वी कॉल आर्टिकल 5 ऑफ वॉशिंगटन ट्रीटी इज सिमिलर टू दैट. वही ना है. An armed attack against one or more of them will be considered as an attack on all. Okay, उसी तरह का चीज है. Please tell me how many members are there in NATO? NATO के कितने members हैं? (31, 32 NATO members. Even I forgot. 32, हाँ, right. The recent ones are Sweden and Finland. हाँ, 32 हैं. Recent joinees are Sweden and Finland after the Russia-Ukraine war. These two countries have joined. हाँ, 21 European, 1 Eurasian, 2 North American. Right, हाँ. है ना. तो मिडिल ईस्ट सिक्योरिटी पिक्चर वही है, उसी की बात हो रही, स्ट्रेटेजिक म्यूचुअल डिफेंस एग्रीमेंट एटसेट्रा, है ना. नाउ अब एक चीज और है न्यूक्लियर डॉक्ट्रिन से रिलेटेड. जैसा कि पीपल आर सेइंग that even there is a plan, although it is not explicitly written, that maybe Pakistan will transfer the nuclear support to the or nuclear missile or something like that, or support the Saudi Arab in case of crisis. Now एक चीज है NPT, I'm sure you must be aware. What is this? ये मैंने पढ़ा रखा है, so I believe that you all should be knowing it. Nuclear proliferation treaty. And the thing is, India, Israel, Pakistan and South Sudan are not the members. But if you see, green ones are members, है ना, तो Saudi Arabia is a member. हाँ, so it was signed in 1968. The idea is that 1st January 1967 is the cutoff date. If you have actually the nuclear weapon during this time, you will be recognized as a nuclear weapon state, and the others will be called as non-nuclear weapon state. And these 5 countries can have nuclear weapon, but the others cannot. And that's why India has opposed. हाँ, कि discriminatory है. ये कौन सी बात हो गई? कि हम, and you'll be surprised that those countries, 1st January 1967, there are 5 countries which had nuclear weapon state, and coincidentally, these are P5 nations of UN Security Council. वो वही 5 countries coincidentally. तो इन लोगों ने ऐसा discriminatory बनाया है, because that is the reason why India has opposed it. You are saying that okay, these 5 countries can have nuclear weapons, but the other cannot have. ये कौन सी बात? If you want to stop that, or you want to stop the nuclear weapon, then of course the entire world should come at one place and say we are going to abolish it. Okay, सब लोग आके बोले ना, खाली आप 5 लोग के लिए अलाउ कर दिया जाएगा ना. अब देखो, the 1st January 1967, these 5 countries can have nuclear weapon, the others cannot, and that's why India, Pakistan, North Korea, and they have not joined it. लेकिन Saudi Arab has actually signed it. आप देख सकते हो. So वही इशू ये है कि in that case, can Pakistan provide nuclear? Because of course, Saudi Arabia is a member of Nuclear Proliferation Treaty, है ना? Nuclear weapon states pledge not to transfer nuclear weapons to any other recipients. Okay, you can say, okay, Pakistan has not signed it, but the one who is receiving is a Saudi Arab. If it receives in future, then in that case it might be considered as violation of NPT. So ये सब बात आ रही थी, तो आपको NPT का concept पता होना चाहिए, ठीक है? This is the second pillar, and this is the third pillar. So an NPT member who is a non-nuclear weapon state cannot accept nuclear weapons from the nuclear weapon countries, and Saudi Arabia will be here. So ye sab batein, these things were in the news, but of course these all are actually we are not sure about this because ye sab sirf upar ki baat hui, because we do not know exactly. It is not in the public domain whether the Saudi Arabia will accept the nuclear weapon from Pakistan or not. Okay, but usse related चीजें news में थी, so things associated with that like non-pro NPT and other things were in the news. That is why I have discussed it. ठीक है, तो इसलिए मैंने ये सब चीजें बता दी. Okay. So we are ending this class here. I hope you have liked the session. Please subscribe to the channel, press the like button, share this video. Thank you everyone. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.